Guys, Ryan Biddulph here, blogging from paradise. I'm wrestling with some books, but we have some great lighting. So, I love that. Really gorgeous day here in New Jersey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today, I want to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and it's why you need to prune to be successful online. And it works in nicely with today's ebook of the day, which you could pick up on Amazon, like 124 of my ebooks. 2 of the ebooks you could pick up on sales. 2. Oh, I did that. But this is 8 money-making tips for digital nomads. So if you're traveling or you plan to travel and you want to build a full-time income, or a full-time business, become a full-time professional blogger, this is a helpful buy for you to get the tips down so you'll be hitting the road, you'll be making money, because being on the road, you are posed with a different set of challenges at times to make that Skrilla, as is evidenced by my life sometimes. You know, I don't have a technical home office, this is the closest thing, but I've been able to become a full-time pro blogger despite that. And that's what I share in the book. These are the 8 money-making tips for digital nomads. And digital nomads, folks that travel all over the world, help folks have fun, and then make a full-time living doing what they're doing. So guys, today we're going to talk about why you need to prune. I think that was the title, right? To succeed online. And it's a pretty good example of the concept. I'm totally cramped in here. Hold on a second, guys. We're cramped in here today. The concept of release. Now, as you succeed, you're going to let go to grow. And letting go means letting go old activities, letting go of old states of mind that are worn out and weak and whack, letting go of old partnerships, maybe letting go of old friends. And it's never anything personal, it's never about the individual, it's never about the idea, this or that. It's just, as you get more successful, you are naturally going to prune your day, meaning you're going to cease doing things that you did years ago. And I'll give you a perfect example. I used to spend hours copying and pasting a link from a squeeze page that I ran, this is about 9 years ago, to 300 plus Facebook groups manually. Now I had to prune that shit to become the guy who worked on his skills who could create this. And this is well before Blogging in Paradise. This is literally 6 years or 5 years before. Something like that? Yeah, something like that. So if I want to become the guy I am today, I had to prune that stuff down. And another example, I remember when I used to be in and out of email, sometimes it'd take an hour and a half. Good morning, Chris. Great to see you. And it was such a long, tedious, and I was just... Now it's like, today was a long one for me, and I think it was about 25 minutes, only because... Well, it wasn't even 25 minutes. I would say it was about 15 to 20. Because I have the videos, I have businesses to grow, I have guest posting, some blog commenting, getting my guest post ready for tomorrow, getting my guest post, my post for Blogging Paradise ready for tomorrow. Gareth, thanks for the stalking. I hope you watch the finale. Please let me know. And good afternoon. 10-ish? I'm losing track, man. I'm really in and out. So I'm like really in your face. Let me know, Gareth, if you watched. I won't. There's no spoilers here. I've learned my lesson. But you really got to prune your day, because as you get more and more successful, and I did so intense, it was slightly predicted. Yeah, it's nearly 3 p.m. here. Yeah, exactly, Gareth. You kind of knew it had to happen, right? It's one of those deals where it's exciting, it's intense, and then you know these things, certain things are going to happen. You just kind of know it, and not from, oh, I knew it was coming, but you know the drill. So if you are really focused on becoming more successful, what basically happens is, as you increase your presence online, and this is not through eating too much. This is more about you know what I mean, like the waist going out and you're being larger, although in these cameras, but you know what I mean. The more you're creating and connecting and having fun, you're going to appear to be all over the place a little bit more and more. You have to prune, and this means you have to let go what you've outgrown, I should say. You have to let go who you no longer are being to be a different person. And that's just the way that it goes. It's something where I've had to prune down tons of stuff. I can't leave these monstrously large comments on 10, 15, 20 sites, because the person who I'm being now leaves these more thorough guest posts everywhere. There was a theory kicking around a few weeks ago about incest issues, seeing that. Oh, yeah. They're really good. Not at all, Chris. No, of course not. You're looking lean and mean. Yeah, I hear you, Gareth. I was thinking the same thing with that. There's so many theories that go on out there. And Chris, just so you know, and obviously the people who are watching this video after it's been recorded, we're talking Game of Thrones. I know, Chris, you're a Star Wars guy. Obviously, they're not really mutually exclusive. I'm into both. Yeah, Gareth, there's so many theories, and they've been going on for so long. And I check the fan boards, and I check like the article. Yes, after 10 minutes after the episode, I'm running a news search on Google to see if these, what is it, not Gizmodo, all these sites. I'm like, what's going on? So yeah, there's so many theories, and it's interesting and it's fascinating. There's just so many fascinating minds that follow the show who see these things, and that's what really stuns me. It's like the things that people notice in the background or the storyline. Really, really impressive. So let me get back on topic before I'll be talking about this all day long. If you want to keep succeeding online and just keep expanding, you're going to have to let go stuff that you clung to in the past. And like me, I was writing these really in-depth comments, and I advise you do them here and there, but my talents for whom I'm being now and my energy, just it behooves me to write 2 guest posts a day, or to do this video and to share it on Huffington Post for another guest post, and then to write a guest post on bloggingtips.com. And I couldn't do that if I was doing the blog commenting, or if I was posting, if you really want to go old school, if I was posting a link to 300 plus Facebook groups. It's just not going to happen. You have to prune as you grow. And as you keep growing, you'll keep pruning. And I could see it with me, even with these videos, and I love them, but I really can't do that. Virtually nothing about the show. It's pretty tight, Chris. It's a pretty tight show. It's one of my favorites. The books are exquisite. The books are phenomenal. A Song of Ice and Fire. Just unreal. George R.R. Martin, who actually grew up down the road here in New Jersey, like a gazillion people. He's from Bayonne originally, not too far. Actually, right when I used to work at the shipping terminal, he would be right across the way, although he was long gone, out in New Mexico by then. But the books are phenomenal. Best books I've ever read. So you're going to let go, and you're going to keep letting go. And even with these videos, I love to be here 15, 20, 30 minutes. And I could from a place of fun, but I still love doing writing. And if I want to have a life outside of blogging, my exercise, spending time with my niece, I can only do so much on these videos. That's just the way that it is. This is going to be 10 to 12 minutes, same. Maybe Facebook a little bit longer, and Twitter. So it's just continual pruning, continual letting go. There's not going to be a stark difference every day. Like you're going to drop everything and it's going to be continual evolution where it's dramatic. It's just going to be maybe a little more slow and steady, and then at times you're going to let bigger things go that you've maybe outgrown. Maybe you're posting 5 times a day to your blog and you realize, shoot, I'm doing that from a place of fear. I'm trying to get as much content on my blog as possible. The old me, who wasn't quite as successful, was thinking more from the energy of fear, not from the energy of fun and love and generosity. And then the new me says, oh shit, maybe I should write 1 post a day for my blog, or maybe 2 or 3 posts a week at most, and then write those other posts for other top blogs that will help me reach more folks and have fun and then grow my list. And that's exactly what I've done. And that's why my subscriber base, I tripled it in 4 months between my list and my, I'm not really a stats guy, but between my list and my push subscribers, it's tripled in a 4-month period. Like, how the hell does that? Well, the energy was right first. I let go of the other stuff. I let go not guest posting. Well, I'm so afraid to guest post. I might get rejected. It's going to be a waste of time. They're not going to read it anyway. I'm not going to grow my list. I never grow my list. All these bullshit stories. I had to let that go because that was the old me. And then I pruned down where I'm like, listen, I'm going to be writing guest posts on a lot of blogs because I enjoy it and I have fun. And it's also who I'm being. And that's helped me appear to be more over the place. All over the place. More over the place. I'm not above anybody. Don't take that the wrong. Then I started doing these videos because I pruned, right? I wasn't doing these. I started these in Thailand in earnest. It's not literal. But I really dove in then. Why was I able to do it? I had to let go doing some of the other stuff I was doing. Not as much blog commenting. It's just who you're being. You know what I mean? As you get more successful, you're going to be a different person. You're going to more visible. That's it, Chris. And we become more and more visible. Donna was just responding to a comment on her blog I commented on Donna Merrill Tribe blog. Donna Merrill Tribe, visit that blog, guys. Donna Merrill rocks, friend of mine and just rocking blogger. And she had responded and said she just released a course, which you definitely want to pick up, definitely want to buy that, on doing live videos and live broadcasting and profiting through it. And she had mentioned my name once during the video, and everybody said, Ryan who? Kind of teasing her. And I take that with a grain of salt, because all I do is look at a camera and act stupid every day, and I hit these things. But whatever, but some folks kind of know me as like a blogging guy who kind of knows what he's doing. So they were kind of teasing her rather. Ryan who? And it's like my presence has expanded so quickly by letting go what I had to let go. Yeah, exactly, Chris. I think you've heard of her, right? But it all goes down to pruning, and it means as you're growing more successful, you will be letting go activities that you engaged in the past. It just has to happen. Nobody goes through this in this linear way. I started doing this a year ago, 6 months ago, 5 years ago, and I'm doing the same exact thing every single day. Nobody does that. And if you are doing it, you're not growing at the rate you should be, because you're not going to be the same person who started 5 years ago. You're not going to write a blog post and comment on 5 blogs, because eventually you're going to have to let that go. Daily, I'm thinking. Eventually you're going to have to let that go, and you're going to start guest posting. You're going to be writing maybe more in-depth comments. You're going to start doing live videos. This is what people who are being the folks. You've always maybe been on a blogger blog or a free platform. You're going to have to let go being cheap, or let go being terrified of spending your money because you think you're going to lose it, and buy a domain and hosting. That's what the big boys and big girls do of the blogging world. And that's where you start building a brand. You're going to be creating ebooks. You're going to let go, oh, I was doing this, or maybe I'm talking about pruning your blogging day, maybe less TV or less whatever stuff you're doing. And you're going to be like, wait a second, maybe I should spend an hour tonight writing a couple chapters of my first ebook. It's continual pruning, guys, and it's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable sometimes, but gotta do it. It's just the way that it works. So remember, to succeed online, you're going to be continually pruning. You're going to be letting go what you've outgrown. These are lower energy, fear-based activities that you gotta let go to make room for the really fun, loving, creative, prospering activities, and that's how you mushroom. Look at my live videos. I was doing no live videos, I think, before Qatar, as they say in Arabic. I don't believe I did any, maybe 1 or 2. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, look at this. But I had to let go other stuff I was doing between, not entirely, but not spend as much time on the commenting or just on promoting other bloggers, because it's so important. But my talents are best spent in the morning doing this instead of maybe hitting the retweet button 30 times. You know what I mean? That's just going to change. And then later in the day, I'll be promoting other bloggers and doing that. It's not necessarily a totally clean cut. In some cases it is, though. I'm not posting links to 300 plus groups on Facebook. Thank goodness. Guys, gotta roll. Thank you so much, Gareth and Chris. Really appreciate it, guys. And everybody else who watches the replays. I know people are watching these. Last month, almost 30 hours on my videos. Time spent. So I really appreciate it. The call to action, 8 money-making tips for digital nomads. It's an ebook that I wrote on Amazon, like all 124 ebooks that I've written. It was not somebody else. It was really me. It wasn't a ghostwriter. It wasn't a stunt double. There's no gnome deplore here. This is Ryan Bidoff. So enjoy the ebook, guys. You can buy that there. And until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'll see you on maybe Instagram. I think so. Definitely Periscope and definitely Facebook Live in a few. We'll flesh this out a little bit more. Enjoy paradise, guys. Thanks so much for joining.